If there's anything about relocating that we all can agree on, it can be very stressful. Think about it. If you're relocating hundreds, if not thousands of miles away, that sounds like something that can be extremely overwhelming. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make the relocation process not only smooth, but also enjoyable. If you're thinking about relocating to Las Vegas or Henderson, hit that like or subscribe button to make your move easier. The most important thing that you need to know when buying a home out of state is understanding the local market, specifically here in Las Vegas. As of early 2025, the Las Vegas real estate market is showing signs of stability after a few roller coaster years. Right now, the median sales price for single-family homes in Las Vegas is $485,000. Condos and townhomes are going to have a median sales price of $303,000. Now that might sound high for some, but that's still a bargain market compared to cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, or even New York. Inventory is climbing, which means buyers are going to have a little bit more negotiating power, so you shouldn't expect massive price drops anytime soon. This is an extremely competitive market, especially in favorable neighborhoods like Summerlin, Henderson, or parts of the Northwest and North Las Vegas. One thing buyers are often surprised by about Las Vegas communities are the HOAs. Most neighborhoods in Las Vegas are going to be a part of master plan communities, and most of them are going to require an HOA fee that is paid either quarterly or monthly. Another surprise for many homebuyers when they're relocating to Las Vegas is going to be the landscaping. Don't expect those lush green lawns that you would find somewhere in the Midwest or even California. Here in Las Vegas, it's all about the desert landscaping. Think more about cactus, rocks, and those drought-resistant plants. And here's one part that I always emphasize to my clients. Every market is going to be different. What you might get for $800,000 in California is not going to be the same what you get for $800,000 here in Las Vegas. Out here in Las Vegas, an $800,000 budget is going to get you 4 or 5 bedrooms in a gated community with a pool and strip or mountain views. That's simply not going to happen in California if you're thinking about the Bay Area or Los Angeles. When you're looking to buy from out of state, it's not just about price, it's also about value. You need to understand the layout of the neighborhoods, what's typically there versus what's not, and how it impacts your long-term investment. When you're buying a home in a city that you're not familiar with or from, it takes a lot of trust, strategy, and a local expert who truly knows the market. When you're not physically here in Las Vegas, you need someone who's not just showing you properties. You need someone who's managing your transaction from start all the way to finish. That means handling your showings virtually, keeping contracts and deadlines on track, negotiating with the sellers as well as the builders and other agents, and staying on top of every little update so you're never left in the dark. Here's how I work with a lot of my out-of-state buyers. I do live FaceTime walkthroughs so you can see everything in real time and not just what the photos show. I send video tours with my honest opinion on what's great, what's not, and what you need to consider. I also give you regular updates by text, email, phone call on whatever communication style that works best for you. If you need work done before or after the sale, I've got a network of trusted contractors, inspectors, and local vendors that I've worked with for years. Whether it's painting, landscaping, or a full remodel, I'll connect you with the right people. Something that I always tell my clients is you're not just buying a home, you're trusting someone to be your eyes and ears on the ground, and communication is going to be everything through this process. You're going to need someone who's going to advocate for you, follow up with the builder, double check the paperwork, and see the red flags before they even come up. That's the value of having a local expert who's 100% invested in your success, not just the sale. Now, I want to take you to a new community here in Las Vegas, but while we're on our way to that community, I want to talk to you about how you're able to tour homes virtually when you don't even live here. Now, when you're buying a home out of state, I understand you can't just hop on a plane every time a new listing pops up. That's where virtual tours become your best friend. And no, I'm not talking about those generic listing videos with elevator music and zero context. I'm talking about real walkthroughs as if you were really here in person. When I tour homes for my out-of-state buyers, I don't just film the home, I walk through it just like you would. What you'll get from me when we're touring new homes is you'll get wide shots to see layouts and space, you'll get close-ups of the finishes, the wear and tear, and the materials, and you'll also get real-time feedback so you can know what I'm seeing, hearing, and even smelling. Now let's cover what you should be paying attention to if you're doing a virtual walkthrough. First is going to be lighting. Is it natural light or is it artificial light? Does the room feel very bright and airy, or does it feel dark and closed off? You should also be looking at the room flow. Does the home feel connected and livable, or is it chopped up and a little bit awkward? And lastly, the finishes. Are the countertops real granite or are they just laminate? Are the floors scratched or are they brand new? These are details you won't get just from the MLS description alone. When you do a virtual walkthrough with me, I'm going to open the cabinets, test the water pressure, flush the toilets, and check the views from every single window in the home. You're not just getting a highlight reel, you're gonna get the full story of the home. My goal for you is to make you feel as confident as possible about the decisions you're making, even when you're making them hundreds or even thousands of miles away. Now, whether you're new to my channel or you've been here for a while, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Chris Brown and I'm a real estate advisor with Simply Vegas. Here on my channel, I'll help you find your new home, whether you're a local or relocating from somewhere else. I would appreciate it if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell so you don't miss any of the good, the bad, the ugly about living in Las Vegas. If you happen to be watching on a TV, scan the QR code on your screen so you don't miss any of my new upcoming videos. If you would like to reach out to me directly, you can call me, email me, or text me by using my contact information in the description below. Now let's get honest about house hunting from another state, because it can feel like you're throwing darts in the dark. There's a lot more to it than just scrolling on Zillow and hoping something sticks, but thankfully for you, that's where I come into play. Creating a realistic wish list is going to become the first key step in the process, but this wish list has to be based on what you need and what's actually realistic in the Las Vegas real estate market. Now me, I take all of my out-of-state buyers through a simple process, and it includes the following 3 things. 1, what are your must-haves on your list? 2, what's your budget? And 3, what kind of lifestyle are you picturing when you move to Las Vegas? Now, Vegas isn't just a one-size-fits-all. Whether you want to be close to the Strip, tucked away in a quiet suburb, or somewhere with mountain views as well as hiking trails outside your back door, it all affects where you should be looking. Once I know what matters to you, I narrow down your options quickly and efficiently. I cut through the noise so you're only seeing homes that actually make sense, not just the pretty photos. This isn't just scrolling through Zillow like I mentioned. I match people based on neighborhoods, lifestyle, pace, vibe, and even food preferences. If you tell me you love a walkable area, great sushi, and a 15-minute drive to the airport, I know exactly where to start. My job isn't just to help you find a home, it's to help you find your lifestyle here in Las Vegas. Whether that means great schools, low maintenance living, or quick freeway access for work, I'm here to guide you through it all. Out-of-state buyers don't need 100 options, they just need the right 5. I hope we focus on what matters most, so when the right home comes up, you're ready to go. Now, once we find the right home that checks all the boxes and the location feels right, it's time to make an offer. Let's talk about how I actually help my clients with the offer and make them strong, competitive, and ready to win. When you're buying remotely, your offer has to do a lot of the heavy lifting. It needs to be clear and clean as possible. I walk all of my out-of-state buyers through every part of the offer so they understand exactly what they're signing and what signals they're gonna be good for the seller. Now let's go through how I make your offer stand out. 1, I review comparable sales to not list price, but actual market value. I call the listing agent ahead of time to find out what the seller wants, and this is gonna be critical. I also limit unnecessary contingencies, I tighten timelines, and I present it professionally. And if it's a competitive market like we are here in Las Vegas, I add things like flexible closing dates or leasebacks to show the seller that you're serious and you're ready. Although you're not here, that doesn't mean you're not involved. Every step of the way, I'm keeping you looped in. I'm gonna walk you through the contract line by line. I'm gonna explain earnest money deposits, due diligence periods, and contingencies. And I'm gonna be available to help you for everything that you have a question on. Now, once your offer is accepted, the contingency period is gonna kick in. Now, this timeline is gonna include the following. Due diligence period. This is your chance to inspect the property. I'll schedule a home inspector and walk you through the report via video or phone call. Next is gonna be the appraisal contingency. If you're financing, your lender is gonna order an appraisal to confirm the value of the home. Next is gonna be your loan contingency. If anything changes in your financing, you're protected as long as you stay within this time frame. Now, from offer to close, I'm gonna be tracking everything, including the deadlines, so nothing slips through the cracks. I'm gonna keep you updated on the following items: inspection reports, appraisal results, title and escrow documents, final walkthrough prep, and your closing timeline. At this point in the video, I'm gonna give you a quick pop quiz to see how much you've been paying attention, and the first person to answer correctly will get a shout out from me on the channel. What are the 3 most important contingencies to remember when you're under contract for a home? Is it A, the loan contingency, appraisal, and due diligence? B, the loan contingency, the inspection, and due diligence? Is it C, inspection, appraisal contingency, and due diligence? Or is it D, loan contingency, the appraisal, and the inspection? Now let's talk about what happens after your offer gets accepted. Once you've got an accepted offer, it's all about the inspections, the repairs, and the final walkthrough. The inspection process is one of the most critical parts of buying a home, especially from a distance. Now, I work with licensed third-party inspectors I know and trust, and I'm there on site during the inspection to make sure your interests are protected. I'm gonna schedule the inspection and be there personally. You're gonna get a full written report, plus I'll break it down for you for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm gonna explain which items are normal wear and tear versus what items you need to negotiate repairs with the seller. Now, if we do need repairs, I'll negotiate that with the listing agent to get those covered before closing, or I'll secure credit so you're not stuck footing the bill later. With the final walkthrough before closing, it's my job to make sure the following things happen. The home is in the same condition as it was when we went under contract. 2, any agreed upon repairs have been completed. 3, appliances are working, utilities are on, and no last minute surprises have popped up. I'll film everything or FaceTime you live while I walk through the property. I'm gonna check water, lights, doors, HVAC, garage, and anything else that you would look at if you were here in person. From the inspection to the final walkthrough, I'm your boots on the ground, and you'll never have to feel like you're guessing on what's going on in your transaction. Now, closing on the house is just the beginning, and I'm not gonna disappear once the deal is done. Relocating to Las Vegas from out of state can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to. I've helped dozens of families make this transition, and I've built a network of support every part of the move. When you work with me, you get referrals for trusted local professionals like movers that actually show up and treat your stuff with care, cleaning crews to freshen up your new home before you move in, handyman, contractors, even pool service and pest control if you need it. And I'll guide you through setting up utilities like power, water, and even internet. Settling in is more than just getting your house in order. It's about learning the Las Vegas lifestyle as well too. I'll point you to the best local grocery stores, whether you're a Trader Joe's loyalist or you want to hit up a 24-hour Smith's. I'll also help you with the nearest gyms and fitness studios in your neighborhood, the local brunch and coffee spots that are family friendly, and yes, I'll even show you the weekend spots and day trips that locals love. You don't have to figure it out all on your own. I'll send you a personalized relocation guide with all of these tips tailored to the area that you relocate to. As I've said before, relocating doesn't have to be scary when you got someone like myself who's done this many times and treats their home that you're buying just like it was my own. I've helped many families, solo buyers, and even retirees make the leap to Las Vegas without being overwhelmed, and I'd love to help you too. For more videos about relocating to Las Vegas or Henderson, click on one of the other videos on the screen. I appreciate you all watching. I'll see you on the next one.